rebellions against Hitler, those who dared to resist. From the early years of the Nazi regime, there were individuals and groups who, although isolated, began to express their doubts or rejection of the imposed policies. Some did so silently, avoiding showing loyalty in public. Others dared to express opposing opinions in private circles. As the war progressed, these scattered gestures took on new forms and, although small in number, gave rise to pockets of opposition that could not be ignored by the authorities. Among the most active groups were young students, intellectuals, and members of the church. Small groups emerged in universities that analyzed the country's situation with a spirit of solidarity. Critic, one of the best known, was the White Rose Group, made up mainly of Munich students such as Hans and Sophie Scholl. These young people wrote and distributed pamphlets questioning the atrocities committed, especially on the Eastern Front, and appealed to citizens' moral consciences to resist the regime. They did not propose an armed revolution, but rather an ethical awareness. The state's reaction was immediate and brutal. They were arrested, interrogated, and sentenced to death in summary trials. At the same time, other young people without university affiliations expressed their discontent on the streets. The so-called Edelweiss Pirates, youth groups that rejected party discipline and compulsory indoctrination, began organizing clandestine meetings, disseminating banned songs, and sabotaging Hitler Youth activities. They were not organized into a formal structure, nor did they seek to overthrow the regime, but their mere existence represented a challenge to the imposed uniformity. Some of their members were arrested, others executed without trial. The Church also offered spaces for dissent, albeit limited. Both Catholic and Protestant sectors attempted to maintain a certain doctrinal independence. In some cases, religious figures spoke out against forced euthanasia or racial persecution. Catholic Bishop Clemens von Galen, for example, delivered sermons openly criticizing the murders of disabled people. Although he was not arrested, many of his collaborators were, and the Gestapo closely monitored his activities. Within the military ranks, there were also elements who began to doubt the direction the country was taking. Some officers, disillusioned with the course of the war or shocked by the crimes witnessed in the occupied territories, began to secretly plot. These concerns eventually materialized in the most ambitious and organized attempt to eliminate Hitler, the assassination attempt of July 20th, 1944. Led by Klaus von Stauffenberg, an army colonel, the plan was to plant a bomb in the Führer's headquarters, eliminate the party leadership, and establish